All right, now that we finished our flyer, we're going to make a budget using Microsoft Excel. Microsoft Excel is a spreadsheet program, and the logo for Microsoft Excel is that green logo with an X. Before we open the program, I want to explain to you what Excel does. So, you may remember the game Battleship from when you were a kid, and you had to call out coordinates to your opponent to see whether or not you hit one of the ships on the grid. And so you can see that each coordinate has a letter and a number. So this red peg right here would be C2. That was a hit. And this one up here was A2. That was a miss. So spreadsheets work the same way. They use letters and numbers to find coordinates on the spreadsheet. So let's open up Excel. It may be pinned to your taskbar down here. If you've got a little green white X on a green background, you can click there. If you don't see it there, then you can come over here to the Windows icon and you're going to look for Excel. It may be under Microsoft Office. Depends on how you're set up. Some people have Microsoft Office here with a number of programs inside it. But I'm going to go right here, Excel. All right, and that opens up a screen that's very similar to our Microsoft Word screen. It has many different templates that they've already created for you, and then they've got a blank one. We're going to do a blank one, start from scratch. All right, so just like our Battleship game, we've got, well, I guess it's flipped with Excel. We've got letters across the top and numbers along the side. But it's the same concept. And the letters are for different columns, and the numbers are for different rows. Now, let me just give you some examples. So here, this would be C2, and this would be B11. All right, so we're going to start to build a budget on the spreadsheet, and the reason why we do that is because the spreadsheet will do math for us automatically. And I'm going to give you a little example. So I'm going to put the number 1 right here, and I'm going to put 3 right here. And then I'm going to do a formula in this box. You don't have to remember this, but I just want you to see how it works. So I'm going to put equals A1 plus B1. And when I hit enter, it knows to add A1 and B1, 1 plus 3 equals 4. So it's doing the math for you. But let me show you something else it does. So I'm just going to put some random numbers in here. Whatever. And then I'm going to click this cell again. And you see how it has this little, see if I can make this bigger. All right. So you see how it has this little dot right here, the bottom right hand corner. If I click this and I drag it down, it's smart enough to know that, hey, since I wanted to add this number and this number together, if I want to copy that trend, now it's going to add that number and that number together, and that number and that number together, put it here, and that number and that number together, and put it here. And so hopefully you can begin to see just how powerful a spreadsheet can be, because you can have, I mean, this thing is as big as you want it, right? And you can have it doing all sorts of math. It can add, it can subtract, it can multiply, it can divide, it can do algebra, it can do many different things. But for right now, I'm going to delete these things by pressing delete. And I'm going to set up a table. And the table is going to end up looking something like this. Let me zoom in. So we're going to have our list of items that we're going to buy for the party, the number of units that we need, how much each one costs, and then over here we're going to have the total, right? So $5 times 2 equals 10, right? That's the spreadsheet doing the math for us. All right, so I'm going to put the headings for each of the columns along the top, and I'll fix, they overlap, but I'll fix that in a second. And you see where the cursor turns into a little thingy? I don't know what to call that with the arrows. Well, that means I can click and drag and pull it over so there's enough room. I'm going to click and drag, pull it over. All right. And now I'm going to save it. Always save your work. I'm going to go up here. Since it hasn't been saved yet, it's going to ask me to save it as. If I'd already saved it before, it would just go ahead and save it. Let's see. I'll save it here. I'm going to call it My Holiday Party Budget. There we go. And now we're going to pause and continue this on the next video.